Necessity is the mother of invention. Those are words I live by, and today we're going to invent something that is going to allow me to process my anywhere from 12 to 16 foot sawmill cutoffs into firewood. So we're going to convert a whole trailer load of sawmill cutoffs into manageable lengths for the outdoor wood boiler. So stick around, guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. We're going to build something wild that you've never probably seen before on YouTube, so stick around. See what I have here? I have a 16-foot sawmill cutoff that I need to efficiently cut up into sections to burn in our outdoor boiler. So that's what we got going on today, guys. So we've sourced some 2x4s here. Again, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care. It doesn't have to be pretty. This is purpose built. It's gonna get beat on anyway. So let's go ahead, bring these over to the woodshed. We already got our 4x4 and let's start making something happen. So the 4x4 we dug up is a 12-footer, I believe. Yep, just about 12 feet. Which works out nice because the average size of the slabs is about 15 feet. So there'll be about 1.5 foot overhang on the end. And that way, there'll be 1.5 foot, 1.5 foot. It'll work out, I'll show you. But anyways, it's a good sized beam, so we're gonna roll with it. Like I always say in all my videos, take the time to get set up first so you're not moving things twice. So we got our lumber there, saw there, all our tools there on the spool. Best thing to get is a giant wooden spool for a portable workbench. I made a video of it. I'll put a link above here. But anyways, let's go ahead and measure out. We're going to put the two end pieces on first and then we'll fill in the middle. But I'm going to lay the middle out strategically, so stick around and I'll show you that. So I'm just trying to see now if that's a good height. These bottom sections right here, about 34 inches off the ground. I'm trying to see if that's a good height, which I think it is. So we got the two ends on there, as you can see. We're gonna trim all these in a minute, but layout as far as the middle. Let's go over layout in the middle now, how I'm going to do it. So for those of you just joining us, this is what we're burning the cutoffs in. This is an outdoor boiler by Central Boiler. As you can see, excuse my fingers, the firebox in here is almost a 5-foot firewood box, but you want to keep the wood closer to the front so you don't lose heat off the chimney. So 3-foot sticks, give me right about it there, that's perfect. So we're gonna roll with 3 feet. That's gonna be our magic number. Okay, so how 3 feet plays into part here. We need to make, when we make a cut with the saw, we don't want to be measuring. We want to know that that section there is going to be 3 feet. So what I'm going to do is measure from the outside of here. Let's see if we can rest our tape on here. Not sure if it'll stay. Okay. So we're resting our tape there. Oops, sorry. So we rested our tape on the sawhorse. Right here is going to be 3 feet. So I know if I'm in here working, and move you guys here. If I have slabs loaded on here, I make a cut right here. I know that this section is 3 feet. So let's go ahead and put another support there. So I actually changed my mind a bit. I spaced out these two 2x4s for this reason. When I get my saw and I'm cutting this way, this gives me plenty of room to cut all the way through. Obviously I don't want to cut the beam, but you get what I'm saying. If I have a bunch of things loaded on here, I can go and cut through right here. So that's why I changed that design. So that should work out pretty good. I'm a very visual person, so I actually went and grabbed a slab just to see how it would actually work out. The issue I'm running into is, let me move you guys over. When I cut in here, these slabs are going to fall over. And the last thing I want to do is to be picking stuff up. My goal is to build a sawhorse where I can cut stuff that won't fall over. So let's engineer something to prevent this from falling down. All right, so I figured it out. If I load a bunch of slabs up here, I added this little support here, so when I'm cutting with the saw, I can cut a bunch of slabs. I have room to work the saw. They don't have to be perfect, you know, sizes, so I can cut. What I also did is I added, let me get you guys down in here. I added a section of 2x4 here. There's no screws here. And this bottom 2x4 here. These are, if I nick it, it's okay, because this is gonna protect the beam. So there's two 2x4s here, 3 inches of wood until I hit the beam. So I have to be really negligent to actually hit one of those. So I think this is working out to be a pretty efficient setup. All right, hi everybody, welcome back to day 2. We finished this one section here, so let me just demonstrate pretty much real quick. Let's say I have a load of firewood slabs on here. Make sure you guys can see here. So let's say I got a whole, you know, 15, 16 feet of slabs on here. What I can do is first cut here on the edge, then this right in here will be the second cut. So as you can see, I got a ton of room in here for the power head saw, but I still have support that when I cut this, it won't fall in. That's the whole idea, is to be able to cut and not have anything fall. If you watch any of my videos, picking things up twice, moving things twice more than you have to is not, you know, my style. So if I had this loaded up, take the echo, cut right through, I have a whole section here of 3-foot cutoffs. So let's go ahead and measure 3 feet over now over here. Let's go ahead and measure 3 feet over in this direction, and we're gonna frame basically the same setup. So now what I have to do is, when I cut here, I know this is gonna be a flat edge, so I need to go 3 feet from here. So let me grab my tape. This right now is gonna give me my layout on my next cut. So this right here is gonna be 3 feet pretty much. So, again, this doesn't have to be to the inch. All right, so from this cut edge, this is going to be my 3-foot mark. So this part here, let me grab my saw again. This point here, this is going to be where I'm making a second round of cuts. If that makes sense. I'll demo this, don't worry. It all makes sense once it comes together. I'm just trying to explain the madness behind it. All right, so this thing's starting to come together. It's very very wild looking, to say the least. But anyways, let's demonstrate. So let's say we load our cutoffs on, right? Let's say we just cut this side, okay? So if I cut in here, if I cut right in here, which is our first channel, 3 feet. And then if I cut again in here, this is 3 feet. So 3-foot section, 3-foot section, obviously trim whatever's hanging over. We're gonna keep this going. So this is gonna give us, this is gonna yield 3-foot log sections for the outdoor boiler there. So we're gonna paint this, we're gonna make it nice, we're gonna hope this lasts, because as you saw in the last couple videos ago, wherever it was, that pile of cutoffs isn't getting any smaller. So let's blow out these last 2 sections, and then we should be good. So let me just give you a quick closer view, maybe like a 360 of how this works. So you just have the 4x4 right there, then you have the 2x4s. They're all cross braced, because there's going to be a lot of down pressure weight with all the slabs lined up. So I did these cross members. I could always run 12-foot 2x4s connecting the legs. That'd give it more rigidity, I think that's a word, but we're gonna roll with this design. But as you can see, loading up a bunch of cutoffs here, this is where I'll cut, because this will be 3 feet, and then if you see the tape, that's another 3 feet. This is where I'll cut. I got 2 break 2x4s or cut 2x4s. If I cut these, it's okay because there's such a short section to replace. That's the design of it. If I'm coming in with the saw and I go too far down, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Those can be replaced. I have plenty of 2x4s. But hopefully you could see the mechanics behind this. All the vertical bracing, the opening for the power head. So it should be pretty neat. All right. So we got it all finished here. As you can see, the engineering behind this. It's pretty neat. Wait till you see it in action. So basically, what I'm gonna do is come in with the bucket forks, dump a bunch of sawmill cutoffs, and like I showed you before, cut 3-foot sections. So I'll get 4 sections, because this is a 12-foot long skid. I will get 4 individual piles of 3-foot sawmill cutoffs. So that should work out pretty good. One thing we're gonna do, since actually this is heavier than I thought, obviously we're gonna move it with the tractor. We're gonna basically, let me bring you down here slowly. We're gonna add in 2x4s on the bottom here, just to give it more strength when we pick it up with the tractor, because I don't want to pick it up in the middle and have the whole thing flex and, you know, snap that 4x4, because if that 4x4 snaps, there goes the jig. So let's go ahead and cut some 4 6-foot pieces and lay them in there. So that's a wrap for today. Thank you guys for watching. This thing is purpose built. I don't really care what it looks like. It's mismatched colored. I'm probably gonna paint it maybe. I don't know yet. We'll see. Probably in the next video. I'll probably paint it. It's raining now, but you know, time is money. I needed to finish it. But anyways, this is purpose built. We're trying to cut the huge sawmill cutoffs on this, so we'll load them up with the Kubota. We'll be cutting in the next video, so let's see if it works. In theory, I'm no engineer, but in theory, it should work great. So again, it's raining out, but a good day on the homestead. Always happy to finish a project. So we're gonna go ahead next video. We're gonna get the Kubota. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna set it up. We're gonna load some sawmill cutoffs, and we're gonna boogie. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned, because we're gonna be cutting next. So let you know how it works out.